Flare is the world's only AI-first platform for financial institutions and digital agencies, built for turning mission-critical enterprises into AI-first leaders. For more information, go to theflare.ai.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my King of the Court lineup for this weekend here in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. I've only played a couple of King of the Court games so far this weekend. I've only played two. I had one good score, one not so good score so far. Crossing my fingers and hoping that I'm going to be able to have some more good scores this weekend to get myself out of very bit over the top 10 again. I was top 10 last week. Definitely would like to be at least top 10 again. Just trying to build consistently good scores, you know what I mean? Get closer to that 13,000. Get up into these top scores. I mean, my top score this week, 3490, I actually had a really great game. So if I can get 3 more of those, that's like almost 14,000 points. That being said, 3490 is the highest score I've gotten so far. That was an incredible game. I just need to do that 4 times. Not easy to do. You got to get really lucky with matches in order for that to happen. But that being said, we do have one good game this weekend. I'm hoping I can build on that and have a really good score again this weekend. I'll be playing a bunch here this evening and tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. So with that being said, before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it. So with that being said, let's talk about the team. I am running a 5-man again this weekend, at least to start. May switch to the 10-man eventually, but I do think running a 5-man seems to be pretty important for getting points, in all honesty. It's kind of difficult nonetheless, but I am definitely going to try my best to get those max points as much as I can anyway. And the team that I'm using right now is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Dr. J, Shawn Marion, Joel Embiid, and KP. Yes, I got Shai this weekend for a couple of reasons. Number one, I am playing Carlo in a wager on Monday night. I will make a video about that eventually. Probably on Monday, actually explain that a little bit, because I know a lot of y'all have probably seen videos from his side and stuff and seen us talking about that. But I'll talk about it in another video. So I did pick up Shai. He's the best point guard in the game. I was honestly thinking Cade was probably going to be really, really good. And while Cade is still solid, he's not stat and badge wise the card that he probably should have been. And that kind of just made it to me, okay, Dylan Harper, Ron Harper are good, but Shai is the best point guard in the game. I'm going to go get him. And so I did. It cost me right at a little bit, probably right at $1 million MT in terms of the cards I had to buy, because I had to buy all the feature inserts and then a couple of extra cards. It really didn't cost that insanely much, though, in all honesty. These players have gone down in price significantly from what they did once cost. And so, yeah, I picked up Shai, and then also Dr. J is still on the team. Obviously, this is an unsellable Dr. J, which a lot of y'all are going to be like, wait, what, huh? I have a video coming on that later today. May or may not have gotten Dr. J out of a Pink Diamond option pack yesterday. So I have a video talking about that I recorded actually yesterday, or at least the first part of, and I'm selling my Dr. J right now, actually, as I record this. So that video will be dropping later on this evening. But yeah, we now have an unsellable Dr. J, still a very soup Dr. J, to be totally fair. Legend, Bailout, Challenger, Deadeye, Dimer, Handles for Days, Immovable Enforcer, Mini Marksman, Paint Patroller, and then Shifty Shooter, Unpluckable, Versatile Visionary. Not quite as good in terms of legends and stuff as the one that I did have, but for an unsellable Dr. J, every Hoff and a bunch of legend badges he is still an absolute monster. Still my favorite card in the game, and I'm very excited to have this version on the team because it's going to make me a lot of MT to sell the other one. I did pick up Shawn Marion as well this week, another new addition to the team. He is an absolute monster. Really like this card defensively. He's got a great release as well. It's very fast, and he can even put the ball on the floor a little bit. Good drag back, good escape. He's got more shot creation ability than a lot of other small forwards. I know he's only 6'7", but he has like 90 plus almost everything. 90 driving dunk, 93, 92 mid-range, 94 close shot, 90 post game even if you want to run anything out of the post, 90 pass accuracy, 92 perimeter, 92 interior, 90 rebounding, 92 speed, 92 agility, 96 vert, 90 strength, 95 stamina. He's just extremely complete. And then badge wise, again, very, very souped up. Got Legend Glove, Legend Limitless, Legend On Ball, Paint Prodigy, Physical Finisher, Posterizer, Post Lock, Slippery, Strong Handle, and Unpluckable. Everything else on Hoff as well. Another very, very souped up card at that small forward position. Shawn Marion's the man, and he's actually a very, very good card. I think he's very underrated. This Shawn Marion, even with all these extra legend badges, really wasn't that expensive. That's the thing about Shawn. For whatever reason, people just, I think the name doesn't excite people, but he's so good. I truly don't understand why he's as cheap as he is right now. I would get this card, like, no questions asked for almost everybody. He might be the best card in the game for his price point right now, and nobody's talking about him. I don't know why. I'm telling y'all, he's spectacular. You don't have to listen to me if you don't want to. I'm just telling you, he's really, really, really good. Give him a try if you're looking for a small forward, because he's not that expensive. And then I got Embiid as well. Also badged up Embiid a bit. He's got a bunch of extra Hall of Fame badges and stuff. Also now a couple legend badges. I believe the legends are like post powerhouse and slippery off ball, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, he's still extremely, extremely complete. A lot of good hoffs. Added a shoe on him as well. I did Splash Tower. I like Splash Tower on my bigs because it's a good screen setting. It's a good screen setting ability, I guess, for the takeover, and I think that can kind of be nice. I could also obviously go Chef or Satellite or something like that, but I generally stick with that on my guards. Like I have obviously triple threat on Sean, which is a 3-point shooting takeover. Same thing with SGA and Dr. J, both of whom have Chef as well to extend that range with which they can shoot from. And then my bigs both have Splash Tower. Embiid, and I believe KP also has Splash Tower, if I remember correctly. He does, yes. KP. Spoiler alert, surprise, surprise, also very, very souped. 8 legend badges, 18 hoffs, couple golds, but the legends aren't the best, I wouldn't say. Bailout, high flying, and eye hook specialist. Immovable's great, lightning launch is great, on-ball menace is great. Physical finisher, not so much. Rebound chaser is really good too, though. I'd say 4 of the 8 in rebound chaser, on-ball menace, lightning launch, immovable enforcer are really good. High flying and eye are solid too. Does have a couple of slightly more useless badges, I would say, for a big, but I really like the card nonetheless. I think he does a lot of things really, really well. His release is extremely, extremely good. He's a really good finisher around the rim as well at 7'2", and I think defensively he's got 82 agility, 80 speed. I know it's still a little bit on the lower end, but for what he provides overall with his size, and I think he's honestly, like, I know it's a crazy take. I think he's just as good, maybe even a little better than Victor Wembanyama. He feels more mobile defensively than Wemby does. His pick and pop ability is probably a little better in all honesty. I'd say his jumper is slightly faster. He is such a solid card, and again, he's not that expensive. That's the thing about some of these guys. I mean, he's expensive. He's more expensive than Sean Marion is, but for a 7'2" elite pick and pop big who's got good athletic ability, and also is a capable finisher, like, I think he's a great value as well in all honesty. I honestly think both those cards are really, really good for a lot of people's teams, especially if you don't want to lock in the MT for somebody like an Embiid, or if you can't get Embiid anymore, obviously. The reason I was able to get Embiid and Shea is because I put a gold player in each of these exchanges to basically save the exchanges once they expire. That's what happens here. You see how it says 0 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds, but they're still available. That is what I did to make sure I could go back and get those cards if I wanted to, and with them being less available now, with a lot of people not having done that, those cards for those players are now cheaper as well. And so that's why I was able to get SGA and Embiid combined for about like 1.7 mil. SGA cost more. I don't know, maybe more people just have been trying to get him, so the players for him cost more. But honestly, getting both of them for the price that one of them was going for a couple weeks ago was really good for me, because they're still, I think, 2 of the best cards in the game. So that's what the team is looking like this week. If I do go to my full lineup, I will probably run it like this. I'm not 100% sure if I will play my full lineup or not. Obviously, I freaking love this Brandon Ingram card. I would love to play him more, but as of right now, I think a 5-man is kind of the way in terms of really having success in King of the Court, and I would probably recommend sticking with the 5-man, at least for right now, if you're trying to get max points, until you get higher up. Once you get higher up, maybe you want to use your full team just to make sure you don't lose, because obviously it's easier to lose with a 5-man than it is with a full team. So it's once you get higher up, maybe you switch to that full team. But I think especially if you're comfortable, good at the game, all that type of stuff, trying to get really good scores each week, I think a 5-man is probably the way to do it. That being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.